Uh, let's talk about Lizzo, who recently did an interview with Zachary Horhane, aka the Swiftologist, and she opens up about, I guess, her flop era. So this is a very recent interview that she talked about. I'm not gonna play it here. If y'all want to go look for it on social media and watch it, preferably after I'm done with this show, be my guest. But apparently she's crashing out because she said, "How dare y'all put me in the Khia Asylum?" Which I hate when people call it Kia. First of all, Kia is a vehicle. You drive a Kia. Khia, my neck and my back. So, following news that her own album "Bitch" drastically underperformed on the charts upon its recent release, Grammy-winning pop star Lizzo has spoken out against the Khia Asylum meme that is often used on social media to describe flopping female musicians. In a new interview with social media personality Zachary Horhane, also known as a Swiftologist, the 38-year-old Truth Hurts performer responded to a question about the state of her career and the obsessive focus on them flopping that women get when new releases don't reach the success of past output, saying, "quote Even that is backhanded in it's blah. Even that is backhanded in itself to name it after this extremely phenomenal, this extremely talented, incredible pillar in the black community and in black rap music." Lizzo said as part of her lengthy answer, because she loves giving a lengthy answer without answering the question on the topic, referencing the titular Khia Asylum artist, Khia, whose 2002 hit My Neck, My Back remains an iconic anthem in pop culture. Lizzo called the term a weapon that targets only women and a lot of black women, let's be real, before labeling it a little strange that people take the phrase too seriously outside of its comical meme origins. "I think it's just funny for people, and I think it should remain funny. It should remain a meme," she explained. "Now it's evolved to a thing where somebody could be the most successful artist last year, and now they're back in the Khia Asylum." She described it as a nebulous descriptor and criticized it as a tool to bully artists and have power over them that has devolved into nonsense through overuse. She added that she can't be in the Kaya Asylum because she has Grammys and world record music, including her newly awarded diamond record Truth Hurts, which hit #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 and is recently certified 10 times platinum by the Recording Industry Association of America. She said, "I'm a successful artist," calling herself impervious to being in the Kaya Asylum at all, later quipping, "Save that for the one-hit wonders, no shade." Well, I definitely think that the Kai Asylum is for people who are only a one hit wonder, like a Benson Boone. But apparently, he's still selling out arenas and things. So there's some people out there that like his music. But is the Kai Asylum only subjected to women? Because I could have sworn that we subjected some men to the Kai Asylum argument. But I do feel like a lot of times when it does come to the Kai Asylum comment, it does feel like I do notice that more women have been lumped into that category. Now, other artists have embraced the internet, putting them in the Kaya Asylum. Pop star BB Rexa shared a meme in January depicting a Grim Reaper style figure coming to set her free from the institution. After other artists broke out of the Kaya Asylum thanks to newfound success, including Tate McRae, Sabrina Carpenter, Charlie XCX, and Zara Larson. And that's because they did a career makeover. That's literally how they got over that. Now, she did admit that she's in the weeds in terms of her current career, which saw her latest album "Bitch" fail the chart on the Billboard 200 and moving 3,000 total units in its first week of release and dropped to a mere 650 units across the following frame, data tracking service Luminate previously confirmed to Entertainment Weekly. And so she went, "Guys, please help me. It's so lonely in here," Rexa joked months before her new album Dirty Blonde hit 43 on the Billboard 200 albums chart. In a New York Times interview last month, Lizzo previously addressed her standing with the public after controversies saw backup dancers file a lawsuit against her, which was eventually partially dismissed over alleged abuse and toxic workplace behavior, which Lizzo has strongly denied. saying everything I have shown the world is me, and I think that always puts someone in a vulnerable position. I think pop stars have built a sort of protection of themselves, and they put the pop star character in the front, and then the real them gets to sit in the back. I never did that because I came from the indie world. This is who I am. I don't have anything to hide. I love myself, and the world loved me back for it. That was back then. But with this current music, it just seems like you're having a bit of an identity crisis. And also, I have a friend who listened to your album and said, "Where are the hits?" Kind of like when a certain queen from Drag Race said, "Where are the jokes?" Trinity the Tuck, to be exact. It's like, where are the hits? So I think the beauty of everything is that I get to evolve as a person and I get to have more depth as a person because it isn't always happy go lucky. And I feel that moving forward, it's kind of hard to talk about. Well, here's the thing. Um, I do feel like is she in the asylum? Is Lizzo in the Kaya asylum? No, I do not think that Lizzo is in the Kaya asylum. I think Lizzo's career is sort of percolating in purgatory. And I think that she definitely needs some creative inspiration. She needs to work with some new people. She needs a new team of people that can steer her in the right direction. Because I definitely feel like this new album just wasn't giving, and her music hasn't been giving for a while. I did like the mixtapes, the little hip hop mixtapes that she was doing, and the rapping. I felt like she should have pushed further with that, but I feel like she wasn't really like she didn't really push forth enough with that. She kind of dipped her toe in, but didn't fully commit. And so with this new album, I just feel like she just needs some creative inspiration. And I definitely feel like she has something in her to come back and make some really good music. But for now, I just feel like, yeah, this album is a chop. She needs to go on to the next thing. You could do as many interviews as you want, but people still ain't gonna buy the album, yeah. And yeah, it was cute enough seeing you at the BET Awards yesterday, performing the tribute to Lauryn Hill. So it was great seeing you there. I'm glad you finally decided to come home because, like I said earlier, when we were talking about the list of topics we're going to talk about, I definitely feel like Lizzo has kind of straddled the fence a little bit. She didn't really like black people didn't feel like her music was black enough. White people liked her music, but just kind of felt like she was floating on both sides. So now her coming back to the black community, maybe black people feel like, oh yeah, is she gonna make music for us now? Do we feel like we included? And I'm sure Lizzo like my music has always been for y'all, but black people just feel like it ain't urban enough. It had moments up in it was like you making urban music for white accessibility. I think that's what people was getting from the earlier music. So um good luck to you, Lizzo. But as far as like the whole Kaya Asylum thing, y'all just be throwing any old random person up in that shit because y'all want to be cute and funny. So I say all this to say, what do you guys think of this story? Do y'all think that Lizzo is a part of the Kaya Asylum, or do you think people out here just being ridiculous? So, and did you see that interview she did with Zachary, aka the Swiftologist? So, whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comments down below.